Nomadic Education Consultants, delivering learning where it's needed. IELTS exam preparation, reading, part 3. Now we're going to look at sentence completion. So we're going to read an article and answer questions 1 to 8. But before we do that, let's talk about the task of sentence completion. There are two kinds of sentence completion tasks. You may be asked to complete a sentence by taking words directly from the text, which we'll see in questions 1 to 4. Or you could be asked to choose from a list of options, which we'll see in questions 5 to 8. We need to read each sentence and identify the section in the text it refers to. That will save us time. In sentence completion tasks with words from the text, try to predict the type of answer you're looking for and skim the section you have identified. Look for synonyms and paraphrases. In sentence completion tasks with choices from text, which we'll see in questions 5 to 10, read the options or endings carefully. It is likely that more than one ending could complete the sentence. Read the endings again and decide which one matches exactly what the text says. Note that in sentence completion task, questions occur in the same order as they appear in the text. The answer to question 7, for example, will occur before the answer to question 8 in the text. This will help you to check your answers. Now this is the text. Job hunting. How to bag that first job. Start looking early. According to the old proverb, the early bird catches the worm, and this is certainly true when it comes to deciding your future. You will get off to the best start with your job hunting if you think about it while you are still at school. Does your school have a career officer or library? If so, you should take advantage of them, as this will give you an idea of what's on offer and help you decide what job will suit you. Remember, finding out as much as possible will help you make a better informed decision. Consider the future. After you have left school, you may think about applying for any jobs that you are qualified to do. But think about the long term. Does this job have future prospects? Is it dead end, or does it have chances of promotion? Will you be happy doing this job in 5, 10, or 20 years' time? To open the door to a wider variety of jobs with longer-term prospects, consider further education or training. Think about yourself. You should also take yourself into account. What are you good at? What are you interested in? Are you a people person, or happiest with your own company? Do you have a creative flair, or are you adept at arithmetic? Don't just apply for a job because it has a good salary. Money is important, but what can the job offer you in terms of personal satisfaction? How to look. Be systematic in your search. First, write down possible career paths, then think of the different jobs within this field. Think of the skills and qualifications you need to get that first valuable job and how you might go about getting them. Don't just limit your thinking to further study. There may be other, less immediately obvious routes, such as doing voluntary work. Where to look. Traditionally, a good source of job advertisements has been newspapers, job centers, and word of mouth. Friends and family can have the most useful information of all. But nowadays, any job search would not be complete without access to the internet. Use this checklist to ensure you are exploring all possible avenues: newspapers, word of mouth, local shop windows, job centers, internet. Apply on spec. A great many jobs are found without responding to a job advertisement at all. Try writing to companies and closing your CV. Now, that's the reading. Let's take a look at our exam practice questions 1 to 4. The instructions read: complete the sentence below with words taken from the reading passage. Write no more than 3 words for each answer. Notice that it does not suggest that we can use a number. Now, number 1. The sentence reads: in order to make a blank, you should research your choices well. Number 2. You shouldn't choose a job simply because it has blank. Number 3. You might think about doing blank in order to get experience. And number 4. You can write to companies without having seen blank. Now let's take a look at the possible answers. Number 1. The answer would be better informed decision. Note: finding out as much as possible will help you make a better informed decision. So the sentence would read: in order to make a better informed decision, you should research your choices well. Let's look at number 2. A good salary. The sentence coming from the text: don't just apply for a job because it has a good salary. Sentence number 2 would read: you shouldn't choose a job simply because it has a good salary. Let's look at number 3. Voluntary work. The sentence from the text: think of the skills and qualifications you need. There might be less immediately obvious routes, such as doing voluntary work. So the sentence would read, in number 3, you might think about doing voluntary work in order to get experience. Now let's look at number 4. A job advertisement. Coming from the sentence in the text: a great many jobs are found without responding to a job advertisement at all. So question number 4 would read: you can write to companies without having seen a job advertisement. Now let's look at questions 5 to 8. We need to complete each sentence with the correct ending A to H from the box below. Write the correct letter A to H next to the sentences 5 to 8. Whilst at school, you should use E. A careers office or library. You should take advantage of them from the text. So the sentence would read, number 5, whilst at school, you should use their facilities. Now number 6, the school careers officer and library will help you choose C. A suitable job. Coming from the words in the text, and help you decide what job will suit you. Number 7, continuing your education will give you A. A bigger choice of jobs you can apply for. In the text, the sentence is to open the door to a wider variety of jobs. And number 8, You should think about the salary and H. Your skills and interests. In the text, it says, what are you good at? What are you interested in? What are you good at? Skills. What are you interested in? Interests. And that ends our lesson on table completion and sentence completion, matching information to sentence sections of text. Supplementary reading task 1.